A new move made by the ruling party in Ethiopia yesterday is creating a political storm in Ethiopia. Prosperity Party's clever move is leading to real pressure on some political and armed groups in Ethiopia. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching. You know that yesterday, uh, ruling party made a political move which has led to uh, different responses from the relevant players. Uh, the National Election Board of Ethiopia announced yesterday that five districts, five zones have been removed from Tigray administration for the purpose of holding of election. They won't be treated as part of Tigray. The five districts, five zones are Humera, Volkait, Salamti, Oflakoram, and Elamata. The decision made by Nebe quoted a letter which Nebe received from Ethiopian House of Federation. So until the determination of the status of these five zones, the election which will be held in these five zones will be direct election administered by the federal government of Ethiopia. This move by Nebe, obviously backed by the ruling party, has sparked a debate, and now all the players are expressing their views. Fano, TPLF, groups in Amhara, pro-PP Tigrayans, all are speaking, and some have been put in a very difficult position. By the way, the ruling party is making some big decisions without taking its Tigrayan allies on board. I don't think Gita Choreda was taken on board. I don't think that Gita Choreda's party was taken on board before this big decision. And Gita Choreda is threatening that his party won't participate in the next election if this decision by Nebe is not reversed. It's a big threat by Gita Choreda. Then Kari Ibrahim, another Tigrayan politician who is supporting federal government, spoke yesterday. Last night, rather, she said the decision is dangerous and irresponsible. I did not hear any Tigrayan leader, any Tigrayan organization support this decision in the last 12 hours. Everyone is rejecting it. TPLF, Tigray government, Tigray Independence Party, Salsevujene, Betona, Simrat Political Party, Tigray Peace Force, all have issued statements rejecting the decision made by Nebe. So this decision, you can call it wrong or smart or clever or irresponsible, whatever you call it. This decision has created unprecedented unity, unprecedented especially in recent months among Tigrayans. Every Tigrayan organization is rejecting this decision. Firstly. Secondly, no statement from those Tigrayans who have been supporting PP for years. Abraham Bale is silent. Where is Abraham Bale? The former, he is a minister now, part of Ethiopian government's, Ethiopian's cabinet, is nowhere to be seen. Getachew warning the Prosperity Party's government. What about groups in the Amhara region? Well, the groups in Amhara, the groups in Volkait, Amhara groups are either silent or they're accepting this decision. Why are they accepting it? Because the decision states that the five zones won't have Tigray oversight in the next election. It means that indirectly it is being said that Tigray, that these five zones are not part of Tigray or part of Amhara until a final decision has been made. Amhara groups are happy that at least that five zones have been removed from Tigray's oversight. That is why most of them are welcoming the decision. NAMA, National Movement of Amhara, is welcoming it. A group in Volkay Thumara SAG, their advocacy group, issued a statement welcoming the decision. TPLF says in its statement that Nebbe has crossed a red line, that federal government is continuing genocide of Tigrayans. What about Fano? Any statement by Amhara Fano national movement? What will Fano do now? Maybe one of the agendas behind this decision is that the government, Prosperity Party government, wants to create divisions between Fano and TPLF, which are allies. They have formed an alliance, Fano, TPLF, Ola, Paratia. They have formed an alliance, a military alliance against Abi's government. If Fano groups accept this decision, obviously TPLF won't be happy with that. And TPLF Fano alliance could be in danger. If Fano groups reject this decision, Amhara groups will accuse Fano of being pro TPLF, of being anti Amhara. And some Prosperity Party leaders have already launched propaganda. They're saying now Amhara bandas will be exposed. Now Amhara traitors will be exposed. PP is basically saying that those Amharas who oppose this decision, basically they oppose Amhara interests and they support TPLF. So they are traitors working against Amharas in the name of Amharas. Fano groups are either silent or they are waiting for the right time. They're holding discussions to take opposition. So Prosperity Party's decision on the one hand is putting Fano groups in a difficult position. On the other hand, Prosperity Party's decision is making it difficult for pro PP Tigrayan leaders to stand with the Prosperity Party. Gitacho, Sadkan, Professor Kendea, Samra, Jonas Gebremeskel, others, none of them now is in a position to support the decision made by National Election Board of Ethiopia. I think this decision will lead to major political changes in Ethiopia. If the decision is not reversed, if it is not reversed or if it is not frozen, I think we could see some shifting of alliances in Ethiopia. The decision is definitely giving strength to TPLF. TPLF was losing its standing on the ground. People of Tigray were starting to question TPLF's policies. Youths were fleeing. But now TPLF has a narrative to build that TPLF is fighting for the interests of Tigrayan people because the rights of Tigrayan people are being denied. This narrative will be now forcefully launched by TPLF internally and externally. What will PM Abiy's government, who is making big decisions in Addis Ababa? Obviously, the Prime Minister and people close to him, a few people close to him, are making big decisions. And it is clear now that Gita Choreda is not part of the big decisions which are being made in Ethiopia, especially internal decisions. Maybe he's being taken on board regarding external decisions, decisions about foreign policy that Khan is being consulted to. When it comes to political decisions regarding internal political situation, I think Getachew, Sadkan, other Tigrayan leaders are not being taken on board. So, how can these Tigrayan leaders be relevant and influential in Addis Ababa to represent Tigrayans if their opinions are not being taken on board? Will they review the decision of joining PP or supporting PP? Will they consider returning to Tigray? Well, let's see. So far, it seems that PP has made a move, a big move. It will lead to some political and maybe other changes in Ethiopia in coming days. Thanks for watching.